Good evening and welcome to All About Sport live from the top of the town studios, Conley Street, Cavan, on your local channel, cavantv.com. Each week we will include a wide variety of sport from all around County Cavan. If you'd like your sport featured on the show, simply contact drumlinmedia@gmail.com. That's drumlinmedia@gmail.com. So first up, Cavan TV caught up with Declan Sheridan from the Meadowview in Cavan Town, who is celebrating 25 years in business and who spoke to us about his contribution to the GAA over the past 25 years. So also joined by Declan Woods, PRO of the County Cavan GAA Board.
And the Meadowview are celebrating 25 years, but an important part of All About Sport, they're also celebrating 25 years of GAA memories. Declan, you have quite a lineup here on Friday night as far as the GAA is concerned.
Yes, Brian, we're looking back over the last 25 years, football-wise in Cavan, going back memories of different clubs that have been here over the 25 years. I've been involved with the Cavan County Board for most of the 25 years through the supporters club, starting off in 1988. The first meeting was here in the Meadowview, and I've been involved in sponsorship of some kind with clubs and with the county board for the last 25 years.
You're ideally located here in that you're only just up the Dublin Road a little bit from Kingspan Breffley Park.
So a lot of club teams, a lot of county board teams calling here for food now.
But also what people don't realise is when they're driving by the Meadowview, they see lovely frontage and flowers and everything, but you have also excellent facilities to the rear that quite a number of the Camogie board are presently here at the moment with a meeting, and so you have facilities that on a par with any hotel or any other location in the county that you give access to the GAA to.
That's correct, Brian. I've been given access to the GAA all my life, with no charge, free gratis, and we have, as you say, we have the facilities here for conferences or meetings, or we do a lot of parties and functions.
Alright. Declan Woods, of course, the reputation that is second to none as far as support to the GAA from the Meadowview. Declan mentioned earlier, and I was involved before with the juvenile board that met here, so it must be great you to have a facility like this and the support that Declan gives the GAA.
Yeah, absolutely, Brian. I suppose as a board we've continuously said that we're probably one of the luckiest counties and that we have a very solid base of very, very good and willing sponsors, and none greater than Declan and Claire and Natasha here in the Meadowview. We have a huge relationship with all our sponsors, and when our sponsors are celebrating events or look for assistance or whatever, we like to be able to try and give something back and help out as well. This is a weekend that we're definitely looking forward to as a board and as a group. I think every GAA person in the county will no doubt be looking forward to it. Declan alluded to the fact that over the years the Meadowview has always been a venue that, in fairness, prior to mobile phones, etc., where on Sunday afternoons here, the car park will be full. There'll be people coming back from matches, having been supporting in various parts of the county. Obviously, the fact it's centrally based was so suitable to call in and find out how did a game go in such and such a venue, or who was Kingscourt playing today, how did they get on, all that type of thing would have gone on, and it was a great hub and a hive of activity, and I suppose like the comment that we made, you'd be hit with a ball in it a lot of the days when you could have come in around it, and we're delighted that we have such an association with Declan.
But also here you would see that when some of the larger games in Breffley Park and also teams would be involved with, you call here to the Meadowview in the evening time, it would be chock-a-block, so people would see it as a venue, as a stop-off point, because it has the reputation for food, and apart from being the reputation of being a GAA centre.
Absolutely, Brian. Like the proximity to Kingspan Breffley Park has always been obviously good to Declan as well, because of course the crowd will have to come in past him, etc. And but of course, you know, your reputation has to earn your rights, and their reputation as a venue for quality of food and for service has surpassed itself, and I think that's probably the main reason that the Meadowview has been so successful. They've built this very, very strong reputation. GAA is a very strong family though, and GAA supports its own, and Declan and Claire have always been very close to Cavan County Board. As he said, the first supporters club meeting would have taken place here, and he has sponsored at various different grades, through championship to leagues to associate sponsors for senior team. So obviously, of course, any of our sponsors, we're hugely proud of them, and we're always delighted to try and help out if our sponsors are doing something, and we're delighted to be part of this.
If you had a camera all over the years, Declan, to photograph people who passed through the stars, both rising stars and stars at the time, you wouldn't need any paintings or drawings on the wall because it would be chock a block. You must have had, you probably can't recall all the number of stars that have dined and been facilitated here.
No, there has been a lot down through the years, you know, and like from one end of Cavan to the other, Kingscourt, Baileyburgh, Ramor, Knockbride, Arva, Killishandra, Banya, Lacken, Mullahorn, Garna, all them clubs, you know, that were brilliant support down through the years, you know.
And also with the celebrations on Friday night, there's a likelihood that we'll see quite a number of those stars. I believe Marty Morrissey is the MC on the night, Declan, and I would say that the front seats will be a host of stars.
Yeah, well, I think in fairness, it's a testament to I suppose the facility and the amount of times that people have come through here and have met and formed friendships with Declan. Of course, that's the nature of the GA. When you meet people through the game or whatever, you do form friendships and allegiances. And in fairness, the night in question, which is a look back of memories over 25 years of the club scene, the county scene, the provincial scene in Ireland, is going to be very exciting. And I think the fact that the anchor for the night or the host for the night is going to be RTE's Marty Morrissey, I think that in itself gives an indication of the taste of the flavour that's going to come through on the night. There's going to be a veritable who's who of former managers, players, etc. making appearances on the night, and they'll probably be giving some comments and things like that. So I think in fairness, from what I've heard from Declan, it should be definitely a very enjoyable evening.
And apart from the facilities you have here in the building itself, you're having to put up a marquee to accommodate for the extra numbers that anticipated on the night.
Yes, Brian, the show itself will be in the marquee, and it will be video linked into the lounge.
But apart from the Friday night, you've also a full weekends of festivities. Maybe you might just talk briefly about some of the events that take place on the Friday and Sunday.
On Saturday we have a fancy dress and Meatloaf tribute band, and on the Sunday we have a family day with clowns and face painters and a jump and casting for the kids. Between 5 and 7 there's a car treasure hunt, which the proceeds will go to cystic fibrosis. Later on then we have big generator playing in the marquee, followed by music in the lounge after that.
So it's both, apart from the stars of football, you have a family orientated features as well, so families are welcome to come, and so overall the weekend you probably won't get much sleep.
I wouldn't mind that, but just come back to Sunday as well. There's on Sunday evening, if you wear your club's colour, you're in with a chance to win 2 All-Ireland tickets as well on Sunday evening. If you wear your club colours, it's
But Declan, while the GAA is developing, and we just saw a very entertaining game on Sunday in Croke Park, you must be happy the way that things are developing in Cavan. There's a new structure introduced. There's also, new blood there, people that have success, and with some of the on the show on All About Sports. So you must see that the developments are very positive within the county.
Yeah, but I suppose in fairness, Brian, we would always felt that we were a progressive county, and that if there was a need for change, we weren't afraid to make change. And ultimately, in the last number of years, our coaching policies, etc., have proven to be going in the right direction. We're probably the most successful underage team in Ulster. Okay, given with a minor and 200 under 21 titles, 221 titles, and an Ireland appearance. So in fairness, all that's featuring, all that's coming through. Okay, let alone our ladies and the success that our ladies have been having. So in fairness, I think we're doing the right things. Okay, it takes time for that all to develop and to move forward into senior level, but it is going there. There's a core group of people who are working very, very hard. New management team in place who already are putting their plans in place for next year, are tireless and very passionate about what they're doing. And no, look, we feel that Cavan is on the right road. Okay, we're moving towards a better future. It's going to take time. We're moving in that way. But again, I have to say that without the help of our sponsors, okay, and the assistance of our sponsors, and of course the patience of our supporters, we're going to find it difficult. But we do have that. We do have great supporters, and Cavan will be in a better place. We will have proud days ahead.
You probably are very fortunate in that while teams have their ups and downs, but the loyalty of both the sponsors and the supporters, they seem to come in droves, irrespective of the team, because they know that the tradition is there within the county, and they feel that it's just only a matter of time. So I suppose with the support from the sponsors, and that goes into training at juvenile level, and then the development of the team. So it must be good for you, because you're in the firing line with the PRO, meeting people, facing people if things don't turn out according to plan. But now at least you can be optimistic.
Yeah, well, look, we try to be glass half full as opposed to glass half empty as often as possible. I think once we know that everybody that is in a position is working tirelessly to a plan to take Cavan to a better place, I think in fairness we are all happy with that. And we know that the people that we have involved are working hard. We know the people that we have involved have only Cavan's interest and best interest, I might add, at heart. And I think because of that, it makes everybody's job a little bit easier. But if we could just emulate some of the successes we've seen just a little bit up the road. We mentioned the wonderful game in Croke Park last Sunday, and indeed I suppose that all of Cavan will be cheering on another Ulster team heading for an All-Ireland. And I think Declan made reference to Sunday evening, a wear your jersey competition or your club colour to win tickets for an All-Ireland. I think if this is seen anywhere in Donegal, you'll have every club in Donegal or supporter here with jerseys on them to see if there's a chance of winning the tickets. So no, look, Cavan football is moving forward. It's a progressive place, and it will be in a better place in years to come.
Well, that's and I'd like to thank both of you for talking to us and all about sport, because it's important that people see that the sponsors are key to development and are key to supporting both the clubs and the county board, because people only might see one aspect of it. So with your tradition going back 25 years, Declan, you must be happy that you've been able to continue the support.
Yeah, like the GA is a very big family, and you meet an awful lot of friends, and it's been great to be associated, and as long as we can find it fit, we will be associated with the GA and local clubs. So,
well, all of us both wish Declan fantastic success over the weekend, and of course Declan, the GA memories, you probably have a lot of people to talk to and a lot of things to go through over the 25 years as part of the celebration here.
Yeah, well, look, it's I think the excitement's building, and I think clearly the Meadowview on Friday evening is going to be the place to be. There's going to be a lot of old allegiances formed again, where people who played against each other and maybe hadn't seen each other in a few years socially will have an opportunity to meet up again. There'll be everything from players to officials, so
and there'll probably be a few games replayed, but unfortunately the results will probably remain the same.
The results will probably change, stay the same, I know, but in fairness, to be an odd guy might think he scored a point more than he did or something like that, but that's all. Yeah.
And we can refer to George Cartwright's book just for confirmation that was launched here in the Meadowview. So thank you both, Declan and success on the next.
So that was the Cavan GAA, who will be celebrating their 25 years of GAA memories this weekend. And MC on the night will be Marty Morrissey, RTE commentator, and there will be a host of GAA stars. So get yourselves down to the Meadowview in Cavan this weekend. So next up, we are joined by the Virginia GFC Club, who have gladly joined us in the studio to talk to us about their upcoming event to celebrate 30 years of the club. So thank you very much for joining me. I've got a full house this evening with you all. So first we'll come to you, Wilson. You're a former member and founder member of the club. So maybe you tell us a little bit about the history and a little bit about the club and how it got going back in 1977, was it?
Thank you, Louise, and thank you very much for letting Virginia have the opportunity, the rugby club, to promote our things. It started really, we were all sort of golfers in the local club. We were watching Ireland playing Wales, and unfortunately they got a bit of a stuffing, and somebody in the group said, we could get a team in Virginia, would beat those lads. So we gathered up our members some had played rugby before, most had played rugby before, some hadn't. We challenged Cavan, we beat them, and it was great exhilaration. Great exhilaration. But anyway, one of the group went out and bought 20 All Black jerseys, felt we were as good as the All Blacks, and we were committed then to playing another 6 or 7 games in that season. We had no pitch, but the show committee, Virginia Show Committee, very kindly let us use their pitch, and more members joined. The little club expanded without any real home. Muncher GAA and later on, Rammer first of all, and then Muncher both kindly agreed to let us use their pitches, which was unheard of at the time. Over the next 4 years, we acquired a pitch, we got it levelled, we built a clubhouse, and it came time to have some stars. So Willie John McBride kindly came in 1982.
He opened it in 1982.
And he opened it in 1982.
And he's returning then 30 years later
to re-inaugurate it and to see
Great
how
honour
much the
to
club
have
has
him
expanded. We've a tremendous youth section now. Leona's father, Malik McNally, was much influential in getting the kids started in the club. We'd only sort of 2 teams, and Malik started and got the kids. Now Connor's chairman of the youth committee. We've over 120 kids involved, and anybody coming 30 years later would be amazed at the growth and success of the club.
Fantastic. And I think Dave's just saying he has some photos there to show, and that you've so just talk. This photo you can just see over here is of one of the youth teams, is it?
It's under 15s.
The under 15s. So Connor, you're involved with the with the minis. You coach all the minis. So and you've got your son Kai in here. You play as well, Kai, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what age group do you play with?
The under 12s.
Under 12s. So Connor, tell us, a little bit about how the minis is coming along. You've got many different age groups.
Yeah, we work from, we had under 9s up to under 12s last year, and we're hoping obviously to continue that on this year and actually go a bit lower and go down to under 7s, under 8s as well. So we have a recruitment day this Sunday after the 30th anniversary, between 10 and 1 at the club, and we're hoping for as many members as possible, born 2001 to 2005, and to really push the numbers up. Hugely successful last year. The kids done great job, and I think the focus under 12 is not really on the competition. It's on having fun and enjoying and learning the skills of rugby. We do play games, but there's no real league structure. It's just about the fun and the enjoyment. And
okay. So you're going to have, you're saying you've over 100 kids.
Yeah, across those age groups, yeah.
Yeah, but you want to have more and more recruited. I think they've got another photo. Dave's going to put it up here again. Oh, a very old photo. Wilson, you might be able to enlighten us. And,
I don't know who the man in the grey is there, but anyway, that's 1982, and you can see in front of me there two Ulster Cups, the McCamley Cup and the Ravenhill Cup. Those lads that are in that photograph there were really instrumental in letting the club boom to the success we had. Once we had our clubhouse open, we ran discos. It became very popular. Fellas worked very hard doing bar duty and whatnot, and we ended up having overseas tours. We went to see Ireland and Scotland 3 times with 55 people on the tour, and the club were able to pay 50% of the cost. We were making money, we were enjoying ourselves, great family atmosphere.
Yeah.
We ended up then with 48 people in Jersey, and we won that tournament against English and Welsh and everything else. And the club, I think I have to say, from the kick-off that Willie John gave us, it moved forward, never backward at any stage.
That's a nice memory to have. And Leona, we'll come to you as well. You train the ladies, so not only do we have, sorry there, Dave, not only do we have minis and the youths, we also have the girls.
Yeah.
So what age groups?
We have under 14 last year, but this year we're having under 14 and under 16 this year.
Okay, and how many girls roughly do you have?
Roughly, we have about 30.
Okay, so
and
you're
hope
always
to get more.
And as you said, registration is on
Sunday morning
for new members.
Yeah,
so if anyone's interested, get down to Virginia GFC. So let's just come to the present, and really we want to kind of let everybody know out there what's happening this Saturday, because you've been working really hard on it over a number of weeks, and a lot of old members have come back. So. To help out. So what's happening then? So we'll come to you, Gary. I suppose you're the captain of the first team, and what's happening with the games coming this Saturday? There's lots of different games. Kick-off is at...
Kick-off is at 1. It's the men's is on first. Then it goes to I think it's the ladies and then the youths.
So there's lots of little mini tournaments, is it?
Yeah, the first is the minis at 1, and then 2 o'clock I think it's the ladies, and then 3 o'clock I think it's the youths, and then it's the old Vikings, which is the over 35s against the senior members at the minute, and then the under 19s as well. But that's all mixed, so it'll be a good game to come and watch.
Okay. And sorry, just Dave's got some more photos that are going to show us another one there, Dave. Is this the seniors?
Yeah,
these are old photos.
That's come back to about 82, 83, and we're very fortunate. Then just shows you the growth in the club in a very, very short time.
Okay.
That was our second 15.
Very good.
At the time.
Okay, here we have another one here as well.
Oh, sorry, that's an important one. That was the Virginia selection, and I think on that photograph there, there were 6 Irish internationals that were playing at that time, and they very kindly came at no expense, at their own cost, came and represented Virginia. One man from across the road from here, George Crowe, the butcher, played for us. That's a photograph of past presidents down through the years, and that's back to the team.
The international, and that's the girls.
That's really won it, yeah.
Team as well. So like you've a lot, and that's the last one there, is it, of the ladies? So you've like a lot of members in the club. Sorry Gary, I cut you off there. You were saying, I suppose, so the tournament then is happening from 1 p.m. There's lots of different games throughout today. Then what's coming up after that, Connor? What's happening then after the
Irish
tournament?
international, Willie John McBride, and obviously a Lions legend and an up-to-date Irish legend, Tommy Bowe, will both be in the club.
So this is a really big, draw for people, and to get to meet, such big stars,
Absolutely,
and have an opportunity to meet them, maybe have their photograph taken, so it's...
Yeah, and hopefully an inspiration for the kids as
What
well.
time roughly do you think they'll be coming to the club, so that,
I think 4 o'clock, Wilson, is it?
Yeah, well,
from 4.
From 4 o'clock until about
Yeah.
7:30 would be the main time that they both be there. We're quite satisfied with that.
So
And they're both very open, friendly gentlemen, and they're there just to mix with the members.
Okay, brilliant. Maybe we'll just talk as well. You're having an auction on the day, and Willie John McBride has been very generous and donated different memorabilia for auction. Tell us a little bit about the auction and what the money proceeds go towards.
The auction will take place about 7:15. We hope. We'll run it like the Olympic Games. Everything will have to be on time.
Yeah.
But anyway, Willie John.
That's a new one.
Yes, Willie John kindly presented to the club 2 limited edition photographs. One of a coloured, very nice coloured photograph of 4 British Lion captains, each one from a different country and signed, that won their tests. And then a second nice photograph of himself in full flight and 4 or 5 English players. So he's kindly admitted those. They'll be part of the auction. We're greatly indebted to so many firms locally and a little bit further afield who've donated many things. For example, a 4-ball for the Sleeve Russell, tickets for Rammer Theatre. I could go on, but it's not fair.
Right, so there's lots and lots of things up for auction.
Yes, the proceeds of that, Louise, we're keeping half for the youth development of the club, and the other half has been split between the 2 charities. Willie John is patron of the Wooden Spoon. It's for disabled children. And the other 50% will be going to the IRFU Charitable Trust for Injured Players. So we hope we get a good turnout and plenty of money coming through the auction.
Yeah, we hope we get good weather,
Yes.
If anything, see if there's anything to go by. We hope that rains all day and you get a great day on Saturday. So I suppose if people, just to kind of let everybody know, again, if you want to get down to Virginia GFC or RFC, on this Saturday at 1 p.m, lots of entertainment, fun day for the kids, for the family. So, get the kids and the family down there, and also the opportunity to meet 2 rugby legends, Willie John McBride and also Tommy Bowe. So, I wish you and the club all the best. I hope you have an excellent day, and I hope you're blessed with the weather and another 30 years of rugby, please God, and we'll have you back in the studio. Best of luck with all the teams.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry Dave. So that brings to an end All About Sport for this week from Top of the Town Studios in Conley Street, Cavan. I'll be back again next Wednesday evening at the same time to bring you more sport on cavantv.com. All About Sport was produced by Brian Daly and Michael Goldrick, and the show is directed by David Van Standend. And if you want your sport featured on the programme, simply contact drumlinmedia@gmail.com. That's drumlinmedia@gmail.com. So, and a very special thanks to our control assistant, Micah. So stay tuned, because next up on Cavan TV is our weekly music show, The Green Room, with the gorgeous, the boisterous Paul Cox. So until next Wednesday evening at 7, it's goodbye from me, Louise O'Reilly.
Yeah.